Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abrams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Bruce was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going over the top. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to pass, it's Gleason. Flips it out to the back. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Sends it downfield. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. Reeled it in and just made the house call. Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Oh, he wants it all. Snags it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the catch. It's Daniels. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. You've got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Pocket starts to collapse. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Buying some time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
On third down, he drops the throw. Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. And now the hit knocks it loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Man, that's one of those where you just go, dadgummit, if we had a little bit more space. Nice job creating the fumble, but just running out of real estate, not able to land on it. Man, you just get a little bit frustrated because you wanted that turnover. You caused the fumble. You just couldn't secure it.
To throw, it's Lagway. Working that left side now. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Now on first down from the 43.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
Well, the defense needs to find a way to slow this guy down. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has over 100 yards receiving. They have got to find an answer for him.
The Gators will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Offense facing 4th down.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He wants it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Dances away to buy time. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Brings it in down the left side. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
After the misfire, now on second down. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down for 23.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Motion from the offense. To the air. It's Lagway. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it up to 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Taking it the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick the field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down, using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the 1st.
To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's caught at the 10. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made.
Well, they wanted this guy catching the ball on the right side of the field. They could have just lined him up over there, but they didn't that time. He started off on the left side. He crossed the defense and made the catch on the right side of the field.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It's good. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt.
He's off to the races. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took the steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll immediately call timeout.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Gleason. Coming after it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Gators will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his run.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say.
And it's picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Miami! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Offense set on first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going for a big play downfield. Brings it down on the right side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This offensive line does such a good job communicating in their pass protection. You can see guys passing defenders off to one another, and that's why the quarterback had so much time to complete.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
The quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was. Because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. The option look. He'll pitch it. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
At the 26. Coming up, 4th down.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The handoff to Johnson. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Here's the handoff. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll go with a direct snap. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Power football with the run.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Quarterback checking off. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just when they're looking run, now up top. With the catch, it's Martinez. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Miami, 41. Florida, 20.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's Gleason. Touchdown, Canes! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he's going to run it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Arroyo. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. Nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Gleason. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He's going to bring it out from deep. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense.
He wants to take the top off. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to throw, it's Gleason. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, that's just piling on. not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Going for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes a connection. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And an awesome job there by the offense, picking up the blitz and giving their quarterback a clean pocket to throw from. Doesn't get better than that.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first looking for a deep man. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
First down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan, limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3.
On the play. First and goal.
They want to just keep throwing it. Fires into the end zone. And he's thrown another interception. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Hurricane. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Charlotte ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
Gonna take a shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. And the extra point was good. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Throwing right. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they can ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
Trying to find his man on first down. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive with a pass. Feeling some heat. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Florida.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this